I will show you how to winterize your plungie pool. So let's do it. We gotta remove some of those panels. Ooh, this pool is full up to the brim. To winterize this particular plungie pool, I do not have to remove all of the cover panels because there's nothing back there that I'm interested in. And we are just focused on this portion of the pool because everything is in here. So let's get going. Unfortunately, to winterize this particular plungie pool, we need to drain it pretty much all the way down. And that's what we're going to do right now. This particular setup has a sand filter that must be backwash before you shut your pool down for the winter. So I'm going to turn off the pump, switch the valve around, throw the hose onto the street, turn the pump on and backwash the sand and all the dirt that is in here. Once you backwash your filter, let's say for a minute or two, you can flip this valve to waste position to accelerate the process of draining your pool. The pump is obviously off. Now I'm going to turn it on and keep draining the pool. To properly winterize your plungie pool, you can use different devices. I like to use a Cyclone Pro air blower. I attach this bad boy with homemade fitting into the bottom of the skimmer. This is 2-inch. Once the water drops below the jets in the wall, there are 4 jets, that's when I can begin winterizing of the swimming pool. Open the drain plug for the filter. Valve back to filter position. The setup of PVC plumbing will differ greatly from pool to pool. It all depends how things were installed. Different installers have different techniques of installing those pools. This particular one is plumbed the way it is. So next step, remove the drain plugs from the pump. And we are going to remove those drain plugs. Your pool may or may not have those drain plugs installed. I have installed them initially. They were obviously tight, but I just loosened them up with the channel locks, and now I can just unloosen them with my hand. The skimmer definitely doesn't have any water in it because it's a straight shot down to this pipe and it's all drained now. I'm going to put this back in because we are about to winterize 2 drains which are located to the very right and to the very left of the pool. And to winterize those, I need to put this plug back in here. So this particular pool is being drained every single year down to nothing in May, pressure washed, and fresh water goes in. So I can drain pretty much 90–95% of the water because everything that is left in here today, it's going to be trashed in 6 months from now. So that's how low I go. You may need rubber boots to winterize this one. The only fittings that we are removing today are the jet fittings and not the floor or wall suction fitting, and I'll show you why. You see this? Even if we tried to plug this up with a rubber plug it would be impossible. You cannot stick anything in here. We will plug these up with rubber plugs. This, you cannot. It's time to winterize this beast. So let's do it. No water. At that point, those two main drains or wall drains are winterized. There's no water in the pipe. Pump is winterized. Winterizing this setup is quite tricky. There are a lot of low-lying pipes that love to have water in them, and if you do not winterize them properly, they will freeze during the winter months. Facts. And no, this heat pump does not have a drain plug. You need to undo those unions in front of the heat pump to let the water out. Those jets take plug number 6. It doesn't fit perfectly, but it fits. There's only air coming out of those jets, no water. All water is gone. Now you know for a fact there's no water. It's just fumes. To be on the safe side, I like to take these off just to make sure there's no water. Make sure all the power, all the breakers are off, so none of the pumps, heat pumps or anything electrical can come on during the winter months. So turn off all the breakers to the pool equipment. Once you remove all the plugs, filter plugs, pump plugs, heat pump plug if there is one, this one doesn't have one. I like to storage all my little plugs in a pump basket. Then I throw this back in a pump and nobody loses them. So when I come here in May, all the little plugs are going to be right there, untouched. The winterization is officially over. Success. Now go ahead and tell your wife what a man you are. Do it. Time for the cover. And this is how you close a plungie pool like a pro.